Hello and welcome to Southwestern College, the home of the Southwestern Jaguars, coming to you live from the Den in Chula Vista, California. It's Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play as the 7-8 Jaguars taking on the 12-3 San Diego City Knights. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Bo Furtick alongside Pablo Espinal, who will be running the camera and production for tonight's contest. San Diego City Knights coming into this contest 3-0 in PCAC play with an average margin of victory of 34 points. They beat Grossmont, Cuyamaca, and Mesa in their last game by 30-plus points. They're 3-0 on the road, and on the other side for the Southwestern Jaguars, 2-1 in PCAC play and 2-2 at home. We might be running into a national anthem, so if we do that, we will take a quick break. But until then, let's get into our starting lineups. Actually, let's take a break real quick, as it looks like we will get into our national anthem. Once again, PCAC play here tonight. The San Diego City Knights, they've been the team to beat in San Diego for the past few years, coming to this one 12-3 overall, 3-0 in PCAC play. As mentioned, they beat Grossmont, Cuyamaca, and Mesa all by 30-plus points. And on the other side for the Jaguars, they are 2-1 in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play with a 7-8 overall record. They were 2-0 to start conference play until they played San Diego Mesa, until they played Miramar on Wednesday, as they lost to the Jets 70-63. Let's get into the starting lineups for the home side, Southwestern Jaguars. Devin Dunn is going to get the start here tonight, his third of the season. Quentin Vela, who is the only player with 10 points per game. He's from Madison. He wears number 4. Darian Carter Hollinger, he gets his 13th start of the season, the 6'6" sophomore small forward. Jaden Barnett, the product out of Hoover, freshman point guard, wears number 20, and he gets his 4th start of the season. And Caleb Wilson leads the team now with 11 starts. In last night's contest against Miramar, he had 9 blocks for a career high. And on the other side for the City Knights, KJ Bradley, Kiwi Love out of El Camino, Al Green averages 13 points per game, second best on the team. Dylan Kubit, the 6'9" freshman forward, and Alex Crawford, the 6'8" sophomore forward. The Knights bring in size and athleticism, as well as the ability to shoot from beyond the arc. And the Jaguars athletic throughout, along with some size, and Caleb Wilson. It's prototypical double-double machine. It's just whether he can get his offense going. A lot of his offense has been on the boards. The Knights in the red bottoms, red tops with the white lettering, and the Jaguars in their home white uniforms with the maroon lettering. Head coach Tyrone Shelley in his second season leading the Jaguars, and Mitch Charlin's on the other side been leading this City Knights program for close to 2 decades. KJ Bradley, the team leading scorer with 16 points per game. He has been a threat on the offensive side, and it looks like we're going to start Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play here tonight on this wonderful Friday evening. It's always a good night for basketball, but we have an infraction. Jaguars 2-2 at home. The Knights 3-0 on the road. They come in this one with a 3-game winning streak, and the Jaguars have lost their last 2. And the Knights control the tip. Al Green averaging 13 points per game. He's their 3-point shooter. Southwestern gets their offense going through their defense a lot of the times, and when a team averages 82 points per game, Southwestern going to need to create some turnovers on the defensive side. This is Crawford in the middle, kicks it to the corner. Weak side rebound, nice rebound by Caleb Wilson. Wilson is going to need to be huge tonight on the glass. In their loss against Miramar, Jaguars made a couple deep runs, but unable to finish because they couldn't clean up on the glass. And Quentin Vela gets the scoring started for the Jaguars, and the first points of the night from inside the lane. Jaguars haven't shot too well from beyond the arc, and over the top and thrown down by the Knights. That's Alex Crawford with the jam. Ties the game at 2. And the Knights starting the scoring with a bang. That alley-oop to Crawford. You see that one more time. You can see just forgetting that backside. And Crawford got on top of Wilson. City in the man-to-man defense. This is Jaden Barnett out of Hoover. Nice over-under. Can't get the roll. Loose ball scooped up by the Knights. Dylan Kubit and Crawford providing the size, standing at 6'8" and 6'9". The 3 from Love, and Love knocks down the tray. First triple of the night, and Knights with their first lead, 5-2. Vela lost his dribble. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Vela to the cup. Short on the runner. One and done for the Jaguars. Defensive rebound by Kubit. Love with another wide open look. Off the back iron. Long rebound by Barnett. Shelley wanted him to push. Barnett didn't feel like he had the numbers, so he slows it down. Barnett guarded by Bradley. This is done. The back cut by DCH has the position, but that one's blocked by Crawford. Crawford has a couple inches on DCH. DCH has the width, but doesn't have the size of Crawford. This is Love. Oh, wide open, down low. Crawford goes up and is fouled. He'll head to line to shoot 2. So far, Alex Crawford and Kiwi Love with the 5 points for the Knights. And Vela started the scoring on the night with a turnaround jumper inside the lane. Crawford is a 64% free throw shooter. He's good on his first attempt. Jaguars, 6 of their 7 wins, they won at the free throw line. And Crawford goes 2 of 2 from the line. He leads all scorers here early in this ballgame with 4. Knights do pick up pressure, or do pick up the ball, applying pressure full court. Sometimes they apply it harder than others. DCH for three. And loose ball that will go to the Knights. The three-point shooting of the Jaguars has not been there through the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 games. Their ability to get to the cup will be huge here tonight. 3 minutes into tonight's contest. Knights, as mentioned, they're 3-0 in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play. Crawford wanted the lob over the top. This is Bradley to the cup, blocked by Wilson, but Wilson unable to save it before that back foot touched the baseline. They're saying Wilson did have possession, so that will be a new fresh shot clock with 16:44 still remaining in the first half. Love was open for a second. Crawford, he'll go up strong. Loose ball. And the ball goes out of bounds by Wilson. It will remain Knights ball. They're going to reset the shot clock as well. Jaguars started in a zone defense. They've dropped to a man-to-man defense. Maybe that was just because of the inbound pass from under the basket. Off the back iron was Cubitt. Vela, guarded by Love. Vela looking for a pick, goes the other way, drives, Love cuts him off. Yeah, Barnett, that is a travel. Good defense by Al Green, one of their better on-ball defenders, forced the travel from Jaden Barnett. Barnett getting his 4th start of the season. This is KJ Bradley, the team's leading scorer, bringing the ball up, averages 16 points per game. Crawford, the big, he can shoot from beyond the arc and put the ball down with the best of them. Wide open look from Bradley, and that one rattles in. Bradley with his first field goal made. That's 2 threes for the Knights, and they are up early 10-2. This is a team you do not want to fall behind early to. The Knights average 82 points per game. The Jaguars currently averaging 67 points per game. They're known for their defense. This is Quentin Vela. Can't get the roll. One and done for the Jaguars. Al Green with the rebound. Pass down low to Cubitt. Cubitt high off the glass. Doesn't fall. But it'll remain Knights ball. Damon Johnson will check into the game as the 6th man, replacing Quentin Vela. And for the Knights, it's Dexter Stratton, as well as Kenny Gonzalez. Both modern-day products. Modern-day Catholic, the Crusaders. Local team here in South San Diego. Stratton averages 9 points per game. Stratton gets it in the corner, guarded by DCH. This is Crawford on the box. Crawford one-on-one, Wilson. Wilson denies Crawford. The 3. Crawford gets the best back. And Crawford working down low. Wilson got the best of him on the block, but then Crawford with the offensive rebound. 3rd and 4th chance opportunities. Not in the interest of Southwestern. Bradley, turnaround jumper from the baseline, and that one falls. Bradley now leads all scorers with 5. Jaguars down 10. Jaguars need to find a way to attack the basket. Seven on the shot clock. Yeah, Jaguars just not able to get any easy looks, any easy lanes. Good if it goes. And Damon Johnson with the 3. Jaguars' first 3 of the night. Let's see if they can grab some momentum from that late shot made in the shot clock. Jaguars back in a 1-3-1 defense, which leaves a wide open shot from the corner, and that one rattles in for KJ Bradley. Bradley now with 8, leading all scorers. He's their leading scorer on the season for a reason, halfway there. And we'll take a quick break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. It's Knights 15, Jaguars 5. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Bo Furtick bringing you tonight's action here at the Den. It's the San Diego City Knights up with a 10-point lead over the Jaguars. A little over 6 minutes into tonight's contest. Jaguars need to start attacking the basket. Too many lateral movements. There goes Johnson to the cup. Blocked by Crawford. Bradley in open court will slow things up. Stratton, one-on-one with Wilson. Baseline drive, blocked by Wilson. Oh, and Jaguars just give that one back easily. Can't give up easy buckets like that if you're going to beat one of the better teams in Southern California, the Knights. You could easily say a top 5 team, but some would even say they're the best in Southern California. Tough shot from the corner by Johnson, one and done with a defensive rebound by Stratton. Green gets it near side. Gonzalez will reset the offense. 14 on the shot clock. Gonzalez back to Stratton. Stratton to the cup, off balance. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Looked like decent defense by Darren Carter-Hollinger. Stratton was losing the ball on the way up, too. But they call the foul on DCH. That is the 3rd team foul for the Jaguars. Stratton, 75% free throw shooter on the season. Averages 9 points per game, is short on his first attempt. Baron Noble checks in for the first time tonight. Noble had a career high 18 points last game against Miramar as Dylan Kubit and Kiwi Love check back in for the Knights. And Stratton goes 0 of 2 from the line. Jaguars, largest deficit is a dozen. Can they cut into that here? DCH off the glass, count the bucket and one. Using his body well. That's his offense right there, that mid-range game, turning it into attacking the basket. And DCH, a 66% free throw shooter, his first points of the night. Jaguars have 3 field goals into tonight's contest, and 2 of those field goals coming from inside the lane as DCH completes the 3-point play. Jaguars cut that deficit back to single digit. The Knights have 3 threes on the night so far. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And Kenny Gonzalez elevates in the lane. His first bucket of the night extends the lead back to double digits. Now ball turnover. The Knights applying a lot of on-ball pressure in their half-court defense, creating the turnover. Barnett will head to the bench, replaced by Jalen Bandy, the product out of Gary, Indiana. His first time on the court tonight. Cubitt working down low. Wanted the ball, didn't get it. The pull-up from three. And the Knights are making it rain from downtown. That's KJ Bradley's third triple of the night. He leads all scorers with 11. Knights with their largest lead up 14. Got to hit these shots. Misses everything. Wilson finds Noble under the basket. Nice look from Wilson. Noble was fouled on the way up. So the Knights have 4 threes on the night. 3 of those trays have come from the shooting hand of KJ Bradley, their sophomore guard and three-point specialist. Noble's good on his first attempt. Bradley has scored 14, 12, and 13 in his 3 conference games, and he's currently at 11. Noble goes 2 of 2 from the line. Dennis Kamberoff, the drive, and bailed out. If Caleb Wilson just stays on his feet, the off-balance shot from Al Green probably wouldn't have been called. Oh, they're going to say it's on the ground. Interesting. Okay. So they're saying, which makes more sense? The foul occurred before. Stratton with the left and the finish. Stratton, his first bucket, extends the lead to 14, the Knights' largest of the night. And Knights with the turnover leading to another quick bucket. That's 4 easy points for the Knights here in the last couple minutes, creating the turnover. And this full court pressure giving the Jaguars a lot of trouble. And Coach Shelley's going to have to call a timeout to calm his boys down. We're going to take a quick break here as well. About halfway through the first half, Knights 26, Jaguars 10 here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thanks for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Here at the Den on the campus of Southwestern College. It's been all Knights, now with their largest lead up 16 with 10:06 remaining in the first half. Bo Furtick bringing you tonight's action. Pablo Espinal on the camera. The Knights applying this full court pressure has given Southwestern some issues in getting the ball up court. Their turnovers have led to quick points as well for the Knights, so they're going to stay in this full court pressure until Southwestern can show they can break it. Julian Soares into tonight's game for the first time. Oh, that's not a good pass. Wilson saves it under his own basket, Jaguars a little lucky right there. Noble with the ball. 18 points on Wednesday against Miramar. Led the squad, his career best. And that's a double dribble by Soares. Soares not really known for his offensive ability, but his size is important on the glass and on defense. This is Kenny Gonzalez out of Mater Dei bringing the ball up court. Al Green down low to Stratton. Kiwi Love with 1 field goal on the night. Stratton will pull up from 17. Julian Soares with the weak side rebound, 1 and done for the Knights. Soares attacks the basket. The kick to the corner, baseline drive, count the bucket and 1. Jalen Bandy, the product out of Gary, Indiana, will head to line to complete the 3-point play. KJ Bradley, along with Dylan Cubitt and Alex Crawford. City back with 4 of their 5 starters back onto the floor. And Nicholas Ortega, the big 7-foot freshman out of Southwest High School, checks in for the first time tonight. Wilson, the loose ball, almost tipped it back in from 13 feet. Here at the 9-minute mark, it's been all Knights. It's like Jags will drop into a 2-3 zone. Back over the top. And the alley-oop this time to Dylan Cubitt with the jam. His first points of the night. That's back-to-back alley-oops. Or excuse me, 2 alley-oops on the night. Wilson under the basket. Got to put that one in. Wilson responds with his first points. The drive, the kick, Al Green with the 3. And Al Green's first field goal of the night. Knights now have 5 threes. Just the shooting from beyond the arc is more points than the Jaguars have in the 12 minutes played here in the first half. Bandy trying to drive. The ball's poked away. Loose ball. Bodies hit the floor. Alex Crawford, the kick near side. Bradley passes up the open look. That ball is intercepted by Johnson as he's knocked down to the floor. That will be the 5th team foul on the Knights. Knights with their largest lead of 17. And they're going to stay in this full court pressure. Jaguars usually do a really good job of breaking the press. They do break it easily on that possession. Soares trying to look down low to Wilson. Wilson definitely has a size advantage. And the foul from the back, Dylan Cubitt. That is the 6th team foul, the push from behind. As Dennis Kumbatov make that Kumbarov. Checks back in, replacing Cubitt. Bandy on the drive, blocked from behind. That ball falls on the baseline from the block of Alex Crawford. Crawford with multiple blocks here tonight. Jaguars having difficulties getting to the cup. And when they do, they have Crawford to deal with. Wilson was open initially, got the ball late. And the tie-up under the basket, possession arrow pointing towards Southwestern. .10 on the shot clock. Johnson trying to get it down low to Ortega. That ball is stolen by Kumbarov. Bradley in open court. Had Green. Green looking to pass. Green gets it back in the corner. Bradley strong on the shot. Weak side rebound, Ortega. Jaguars doing a much better job on the glass. Ortega has a size advantage. Tough shot from the corner. Loose ball controlled by Ortega. Fresh shot clock. Ortega looking for someone to cut. Jalen Bandy. The dribble drive. Soares gets inside the lane. Gets it back to Bandy. That ball is blocked by Kumbarov. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. Crawford, baseline drive. Crawford gets it back, and he traveled. Baron Noble will check back in, replacing Jalen Bandy. And Sean Calloway, the sophomore guard, standing at 6'2", will get his first minutes of the night. The Knights will apply some full court pressure and go man-to-man. This is more of a defense that is just going to make Southwestern work the ball up court slowly. Baseline jumper. One and done for the Jaguars. Kamberoff to the corner. That's Calloway for three. And Calloway, nothing but net. That is now 6 threes for the night. And the turnover will go back to the Knights. Knights now with their largest lead, up 20. Devin Dunn into tonight's contest off the bench. Soares pokes the ball away from behind. It remains city ball with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford hands it off, gets the ball back. Nice give and go. And the foul will be on the floor. That will be the 5th team foul. Ty Jones will get called for the foul. .526 remaining in the first half, and it's been all Knights. Crawford inside. Try to throw it down on Wilson with two hands. Soares with the loose ball. Yeah. Jones just a little out of control right there. His foot stepped on the sideline. Jaguars average 67 points per game. They're currently at 14, coming up with 5 minutes to play in the first half. The ball movement around the perimeter to Calloway. Calloway hit a three earlier. This one was short on the shot. The possession arrow was pointing towards the Knights, so they will get the ball. Crawford with the two-hand jam. That is now 6 points for Crawford. Both of his field goals coming from the jam, and Al Green with the strip and the finish. And a 16-point lead quickly turns into a 24-point lead for the Knights as they go on a 14-4 run with 4:40 remaining. We're going to take a quick break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And as we resume play here at the Den, it's been all Knights as they lead the Jaguars 38-14. So quick run through, quick recap, I guess. Knights jumped out to an early 12-2 lead, then went up 26-10, then 31-14, and they have gone on a 10-0 run, now up 38-14. It's been the defense of the Knights creating turnovers, leading to quick points, and the outside shooting of the Knights as they have 6 threes to the Jaguars 1. DCH down low, trying to use his body, not on Crawford. Crawford has the size and the length, made it difficult for DCH inside the lane. Ty Jones on Crawford. Crawford backs him down. Kicks to Bradley. Rebound Crawford. Reset shot clock, 4 minutes remaining. Callaway baseline drive, cut off by Soares. Camberoff looking down low. Ball moving around the perimeter. The drive, off-balance layup. Camberoff passes it up. Al Green for 3. Weak side rebound, Knights. And nice effort by Noble, hitting the floor. But a body part was out of bounds when he touched the ball. 3:33 remaining in the first half. See if the Jaguars can cut into this deficit. Camberoff from the free throw line. Thought he had a teammate in the corner. He did not. Turnover, Jaguars. And Mitch Charlins of the Knights. The head coach didn't like what he sees, so he's going to call a timeout. And we'll take a quick break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Back with you here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Bo Ferdig bringing you tonight's action here at the Den on the campus of Southwestern College, and it's all city as they lead the Jaguars 38-14 with 3:21 remaining in the first half. Jaguars have had difficulties breaking the press. They do their job this possession. Soares looking for DCH down low. Knights have dropped into a 1-2-2 zone defense, and the hands of Bradley creates another turnover for the Knights. Green kicks to Bradley. Bradley back to Green. The southpaw works the ball down low to Crawford. Out to Camberoff. Back to Crawford. Nice ball movement by the Knights, and the finish down low by Bradley. Great ball movement, inside out, high, low. I mean, when you show tape and you're looking at the film, if you're Coach Charlins, you're pointing that possession out. And Green, once again, with the turnover and the easy finish. Green has 7 points. 4 of those 7 have come off of a steal and an easy lay-in. As Jaguars now down 28. City on a 14-0 run, and Suarez finally puts an end to that one as that shot falls in. His first points of the night. We're going to catch up with second-year head coach Tyrone Shelley at halftime. City in this first half just doing everything right on the offensive end, on the defensive end, getting open looks, great ball movement. And as soon as I say that, first shot clock violation of the night, and that's something that the Jaguars can grow from. Try to grab some type of momentum somewhere. As we have fresh bodies come back onto the floor, Quentin Vela, along with Diego Munoz. Knights still going to stay in that full court pressure. And they create another turnover with the pressure. It's the size, length, and athleticism for the Knights. And the turnovers leading to quick, easy points. Al Green kicks it to Camberoff. Camberoff off the mark. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Vela tries to get by Stratton. He's doubled. Gets it to DCH. DCH loses his dribble and gets called for the traveling violation. .45 seconds on the game clock. City will try to get a 2-for-1. That one's blocked by the Jags. Jartavius Jackson one-on-one. Nice finish by Jackson on the fast break. And the Knights will settle for one last shot. Turnover by the Jaguars. They have 10 seconds. And then it goes right back to the Knights. And Green throws it down. Green has 6 of his 9 points. 6 of those 9s coming on turnovers, leading to quick buckets on the offensive side. And we're going to take a quick break as we catch up with Coach Shelley. Stay with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. All right, thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Knights 44, Jaguars 18. Coach, what do you tell your players after a tough first half?
Just have confidence. Confidence is going to play a key in this game. They're one of the top teams in the state for a reason, and they're showing it the first half. So we just got to stay confident, play within ourselves, and stop being so
flustered.
Flustered. They're speeding us up. Just play under control. So we should be better second half.
Well, they're speeding you guys up a little bit with that full court press, and normally the Jaguars do a good job in breaking that press. What's creating the trouble here tonight?
It's a little bit more physical tonight. You know, the referees let them get away with a little bit more bumps than they're calling on our end. You know, when you're playing against a team like this, they're gonna let stuff go. So we just got to be stronger with the basketball. Everybody has to come back up and help, and we should handle the press a lot better.
There's multiple improvements that need to be done in the second half, but what are some major improvements that you're looking to see in the second half from your boys?
You got to stop playing scared and put some points on the board. They bleed like we bleed, so this is just no difference. We're out here playing basketball. We got to be better. Play with confidence. I think we'll be better the second half.
It's more mentality at this point.
It's all mental. It's a mental game. Right now, they got our numbers, so we just got to come out calm, cool, and relax, and then we'll play better.
Well, good luck second half, Coach. We're wishing you the best, baby. Jaguars down 26 right now. It's going to be a tough climb back into this one as the Knights come in this one 12-3 overall, 3-0 in PCAC play. As mentioned, average margin of victory 30+ points, so the Knights are doing damage in PCAC play. Hopefully the Jaguars can find their groove in the second half. Stay with us for that second half action here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And right back with you here on the Cali Photo Sports Network on the campus of Southwestern College. It's San Diego City 44, Southwestern 18. Let's get to the scores in the first half. Leading all scorers, KJ Bradley, the sophomore shooting guard. 13 points in that first half. 3 of his 5 field goals coming from beyond the arc. The Knights shot well from beyond the arc. They had 6 threes in that first half to only 1 3 of the Jaguars. Al Green with 7. Alex Crawford with 6, had 2 big jams in that first half, 1 on an alley-oop. And on the other side for the Jaguars, no player has 2 field goals. Jackson, Bandy, Vela, Wilson, Soares, each with 2. Baron Noble went 2 of 2 from the line. And Damon Johnson with the only 3 for the Jaguars. They started the first half down 12-2. And DCH down low. Jaguars scored the first points of the game and now score the first points of the second half. Aiden Lockett is starting the second half. We didn't see him in the first half. He's a sharp shooter out of University City here in San Diego. Lockett to the cup. Strong weak side rebound. Jackson. And it's nice to see the Jaguars come out with a little juice. The foul on the drive. Drive by Bradley. Bradley averages 16 points per game on the season. Leads all scorers with 13 here tonight. Love tried to back down Lockett. Off the mark, 1 and done. Jaguars were sloppy on the glass to start the game, have done a much better job as this game has progressed. And that one blocked down low by Kubit. Both Kubit and Crawford from City, I want to say, combined at least for 5 or 6 blocks on the game. And Lockett throws that one away from under the Jaguars' basket. The Knights not only shot well from beyond the arc, but created a lot of easy baskets from the full court press. Jaguars going to apply a little pressure, making the Knights slowly work the ball up court. Love, who had a 3 in the first half, guarded by Johnson. Crawford, the drive, and the 2-hand jam. Crawford now with 3 dunks on the Knights. And those are the type of plays that will win you ball games and win you minutes. And what I mean by winning minutes is there are few momentum plays in basketball. One of them is a jam on someone, and to carry that momentum throughout the game lasts at least a couple minutes or lasts until the Jaguars can create a momentum play of their own. Momentum plays usually come off of jams or 3 points or even a 3-point play, whether it be an N1 or from beyond the arc. DCH to the cup. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. DCH coming out aggressive here in the second half, and that's really his game. Whether it's the mid-range game from 17 or attacking the basket using his size. But it's tough to use your size when you have Alex Crawford standing at 6'8" and Dylan Kubit standing at 6'9" with size and athleticism. Usually if DCH is going up against a bigger defender, he could beat them with their athleticism. But 21 and 22 of City are both athletic and big. And then you have Dennis Kamberoff come in, standing at 6'8". You even have Dexter Stratton standing at 6'8" as well. So City has all the tools to make a late run in the playoffs. They're considered a top 2 team in Southern California, top 5 team in the state. And you have the southpaw like Al Green, gets a defender in the air and finishes with the right. So impressive, the ability to jump stop, switch hands in the air, and finish with the opposite with his weak hand. Al Green. Loose ball tracked down by Johnson. Al Green now in double digits with 11. Jaguars, when you break down this early second half, we have a hold off the ball. Are tied with the Knights 6-6. They fell down early within the first 4 minutes, 12-2. That foul called by KJ Bradley. That is the third team foul by the Knights. Jaguars will be bringing the ball from under their basket. This is Lockett. Inbound pass to Johnson. Trying to create some off-ball picks. And Camberoff with the steal on the cross-court pass. Great effort by Jackson getting back in on the action. And I thought that ball might have checked off of Camberoff. But great job by Jackson, not allowing Camberoff an easy look off of a turnover. I'd probably say the Knights had anywhere from 8 to 12 points, creating the turnover and resulting in a lay-in. And Wilson will foul Crawford. Just look at the footwork right here. I mean, this is a D1 big right here. Gets down low. Wilson had the position, but Crawford realized Wilson was up in the air, delayed just enough, got another pivot step to create the foul. Crawford is now 3 of 3 from the line. You can see Crawford on that pivot just waited an extra second for Wilson to come down to create that foul. As Crawford, a 65% free throw shooter, is 4 of 4 from the line. Knights up 28. Their average margin of victory in Pacific Coast Athletic Conference play is 35. And this full court pressure is giving Southwestern a lot of trouble here. .24 on the shot clock. Jaden Barnett got the start today. Still held without any points. The product out of Hoover, trying to find someone after picking up his dribble. DCH has the size advantage. Kicks it to the corner, and Barnett connects. Barnett's first field goal of the night. Wide open three for Love off the mark. And a strong rebound by Crawford brings it down with one hand. Al Green, the southpaw. Long rebound by Barnett. Jackson wide open for three off the back iron. Rebound by Love. In the fast break. And the putback by Crawford. Crawford, the trail, continues to go and throws it down. Crawford's 3 of his 4 field goals have come on the jam. And you love to see it from Crawford, right? I mean, to continue in transition when you think your player is going to make the lay-in and beating everyone else down court says a lot about the 6'8" sophomore forward out of Coronado High School. This is Love. Thought about getting it down to Stratton. Kicks it back out to Green. Stratton tries to look down low to Crawford. Stratton spin move, turnaround jumper off the back iron. Rebound Jackson. There's one thing the Jaguars are doing much better. It's working on the glass. Barnett inside finishes. Barnett now with 5 points. All coming here in the second half. Jaguars doing a much better job of getting to the cup. Stratton on the box, gets doubled, and the tie-up by the Jaguars. Possession arrow pointing towards City. Jaguars in the last couple minutes outscoring City 5-4. In the grand scheme of things, it's not much to talk about, not much to write home about, but still, after a tough first half, and as soon as I say that, KJ Bradley was on fire in that first half. He now has 4 threes on the night, give him 19 to lead all scorers. And Jartavius Jackson responds with a bucket of his own. Mitch Charlins, the head coach of City, not liking what he's seeing. A lot of easy baskets given up by the Knights relative to what they were allowing in that first half. He'll call timeout, and we'll take a quick break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thanks for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. The Knights now with 3 players in double digits. Crawford has a dozen. KJ Bradley now leads all scorers with 16. And Al Green, the sophomore guard, has 11. Crawford had 6 in the first half, now has 6 in the second half. And he's active. He's active on the glass, creating turnovers, multiple blocks on the defensive side. He's definitely dominated this game here tonight. And you can say the same for KJ Bradley, the sharpshooter. Just always looks like he's under control, never rushing. Step back for 3 off the back iron from Bradley. He was on fire in that first half. The drive. And the Jaguars will head the line to shoot 2. Kevin Davis, or actually scratch that, Barnett at the line. Barnett as Davis with the offensive rebound. KJ Bradley. With the personal foul. City now has 5 team fouls. Davis looks to go one-on-one with Crawford. The back cut. Crawford up in the air, and Dunn can't finish on the reverse lay-in. And Dunn pokes that one away. Nice effort by Dunn after missing the reverse. Southwestern drops back in their man-to-man defense. Crawford. Turnaround jumper inside the lane, off the back iron. Rebound done. Barnett in open court. Takes Crawford one-on-one. Rethinks, kicks to Dunn. On the handoff, poked away by Crawford. So whether it's Crawford under the basket or creating turnovers on the perimeter, he's doing it all. Stratton down low. And Kevin Davis gets called for the foul. Dexter Stratton averaging 9 points per game. Had 4 in that first half. Stratton, the sophomore out of Mater Dei High School in Chula Vista, standing at 6'8". Jaguars were down 28 at the end of the first half as Quentin Vela checks back in, replacing Jackson. Jackson heads to the bench with 4 points. So the Jaguars have showed much better here in the second half, as Stratton goes 2 of 2 from the line. And the pressure creates the tie-up. City doing a good job of luring the guards to a certain spot on the court and attacking or doubling. Certain spots on the court that you don't want to go dribble into. Nice back cut by Lockett. The finish. Lockett's first bucket of the night. Didn't get any first half minutes. Now ball poked away by Davis. A little more life, a little more energy to the Jaguars. You love to see it. They had 16 in the first half. They already have 16 in the second half. In the first 8 minutes of this second half. Jaguars actually outscoring the Knights right now here in the second half, 16-13. Nice defense, better offense. Kenny Gonzalez elevates in the lane. He now has 4 points. Lockett, or actually Vela with the runner. Quentin Vela was held quiet in that first half after starting the game with a bucket. He now has 4. 11:30 and counting. Almost stolen by Jackson. Callaway deep for 3. Nothing but net. And Sean Callaway now has 2 threes on the night. Give him half a dozen. That is now 8 threes for the Knights to only a pair of threes for the Jaguars. Lockett pulled the trigger from deep. Stratton to Callaway. Weak side rebound by Cubitt. Unable to throw it down. Barnett gets inside. Kicks to Lockett. That's a good look. Unable to hit. And Barnett with the push. That is the 5th team foul. So now both sides each with 5 team fouls. Diego Munoz checks in, replacing Lockett. Lockett looks either gassed or injured on the bench. Maybe just a little disappointed as well. Oh, nice hesitation. And the Knights will head the line to shoot 2. That little hezzy got Vela on his heels. And the move by Kenny Gonzalez, he'll head to line to shoot 2. Gonzalez has 4 points on the night. Gets the shooter's roll. The Knights with 3 players in double digits scored. Bradley with 16. Green with 11. Crawford with a dozen. And Jaguars' leading scorer is Jaden Barnett with 6. Knights call a timeout. We'll take a quick break here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. A decent-sized crowd here on this Friday night at the Den. I'd probably say on this side, at least half full, which I'd probably say this is actually the biggest crowd we've seen in the past couple seasons. And we should expect that with one of the best teams in all of California playing here tonight in the Knights. Jaguars break the press. Barnett from the corner connects for 3. Barnett, his second 3 on the night. Leads all Jaguars scorers with 9. And the offensive foul. Great job by Barnett setting his feet. Stratton was on the drive, and Barnett set his feet right in the lane of Stratton. So far in this game, it's been Jaden Barnett here in the second half. The product out of Hoover was held scoreless in that first half. Jaguars right now outscoring the Knights here in the second half, 21-20, and that ball off the foot of Vela. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Jaguars still losing by 27, but definitely something to gain from if you're the Jaguars. Devin Dunn checks back in here in the second half, replacing Vela, who had that dribble bounce off his foot. It's nice to see the Jaguars provide some juice here in the second half. A lot of teams would have thrown in the white towel after being down 28 to just an overall better squad. The Knights provide the size, the athleticism on the offensive and defensive side. They can shoot from the perimeter. I mean, I said before, they have all the tools to make a deep run in the playoffs, as well as the depth. We've seen the 2 or 3 guys coming off the bench provide spark on the offensive and defensive side, athleticism and the size. So really no holes when you're looking at the Knights squad. And the Jaguars hanging with them in the second half. Jaguars will be in the bonus from here on out. Dunn makes his first attempt. That is his first point on the night. Thank you to all the fans watching out there. Vince Outlaw, I appreciate the play-by-play comment. Thank you very much. As Dunn goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Some interesting comments, especially by Jawan Hopkins. I see you with that 7 or 8 guys in a game. But it seems like Coach Shelley is still trying to figure things out here in the fourth game of PCAC play. Long rebound tracked down by Dunn. Barnett has been the go-to guy here in the second half. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Jackson, loose ball. Tip, no good. Jackson gets it back. Jackson now with 6. Jaguars down 23. Go on a little 8-10-0 run. And Jaguars create the turnover. Munoz pulls the trigger. Rebound by Cubit. Nice job by Barnett poking it away. Jackson, the Euro, and the finish. Jackson, 6 of his 8 coming here in the second half. Cuts the deficit to 19. Jaguars on a 9-0 run. What can the Jaguars do from here? On this ball, stolen away from behind, the pickpocket. Jackson. Now a little sloppy right there. Callaway in open court, and the foul by Barnett. Slowing down the fast break of Callaway. That is now the 7th team foul, so each team will now be in the bonus from here on out. 3 timeouts left for both sides. Sean Callaway. 6 points in tonight's contest. 2 field goals, both of those coming from beyond the arc. And Callaway makes his first attempt. The 6'2" sophomore guard providing some good minutes off the bench for the Knights. Both Callaway, Kamberoff, and Stratton all providing good minutes off the bench for the Knights. And Callaway goes 2 of 2 from the line. He now has 8 on the game. 5 of those 8 coming here in the second half. Knights back in their man-to-man defense. Barnett looking for the pick, gets it, the drive, and the finish. Barnett has been the go-to guy on the offensive side, now with 11. All of those 11 coming here in the second half. And it looks like the Knights will get their starters in. Cubit throws it down with 2 hands. Cubit now with 2 dunks on the night, extends the lead back to 23 for the Knights. Barnett with 11. Diego Munoz pulls the trigger, rattles in and out. Loose ball. And it'll go to the Jaguars. Starters back on for the Knights. Bradley, Love, Green, and Crawford, along with Cubit. This is the original starting 5 for the Knights. Dunn down low, adjusts in the air. That's a difficult shot. Dunn now with 4 all coming in the second half. Jackson's filling it from the corner. In transition, you got to stop the ball high. And a great job by Barnett. If you would have allowed Crawford one more dribble, Barnett, that would have been a tough defensive effort for Barnett. You had to come out high on Crawford, did a good job not allowing Crawford to get an easy bucket. Crawford on the night is now 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And Crawford's 8 of his 14 points coming here in this second half. Extends the lead back to 23. Make sure to stay with us for our postgame as we interview a Southwestern player here on the campus of Southwestern College. Timeout on the floor by second-year head coach Tyrone Shelley. We will also take a break here. Stay with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Bo Furtick bringing you tonight's action here on the campus of Southwestern College. It's City 70, Southwestern 47. Southwestern was down 28 at half. They've cut into that deficit. The Knights were playing some guys that don't get a lot of minutes in most of the games. But Jaguars still fighting. They only had 16 in that first half, so they're outscoring. Ooh, that's a tough contact under the basket. No call. Love in the open court. Finds a wide open Bradley, and Agent Zero now with 19 points on the night. He has 5 threes. KJ Bradley, their three-point specialist, shooting better than 36% from beyond the arc. The lead back at 26. Jackson. Baseline drive. Contended well by Crawford. Al Green on the baseline. Gets out of trouble. And Vela riding him down court. Coach Shelley a little upset right now because during the halftime, Coach Shelley thought the referees were allowing play to move through contact. Vela, who was riding the ball handler, I could see that call, but from what's been called most of this game, I could see why Coach Shelley was a little upset. Looking at the schedule for Southwestern in the upcoming games, they have a Wednesday night contest at Miracosta, then come back home for back-to-back home games against Palomar next Friday and Cuyamaca the following Wednesday. Dunn inside. The foul will be on the floor. Dunn will head to line to shoot 2. And on the other side for San Diego City, they have on Wednesday, Imperial Valley, a home game. Then head to Miramar the following Wednesday. Then that Friday, get a home game against Palomar. That Miramar game should be fun. The home of the Jets. Yeah, and the big man could shoot the 3 as well. That one just off the mark, but a nice-looking shot. In transition, Diego Munoz picks up the loose ball, pulls the trigger, and hits the 3. Munoz's first field goal of the night. Bradley, with 5 threes on the night, leads all scorers with 19. Munoz guarding Bradley. Crawford one-on-one. Cross-court pass. Nice ball movement by the Knights. And Kiwi Love can't finish on the lay-in. And that offensive possession, once again, was just never rushing, always looking for that extra pass and for the lane, looking for the easy bucket. And we've seen multiple times where the offensive players from the Knights will pass up that open look to get a better look, and we've seen that happen multiple times here tonight on the offensive end for San Diego City. Dunn on the 1-and-1. He's 2 of 2 on the night. 4 points. Now 3 of 3. All 5 of his points have come here in the second half. As mentioned, Southwestern only had 16 points at the half. They have 34 here in the second half with 5 minutes still to play. As Ty Jones checks in. Kevin Davis, good minutes for Southwestern here tonight. Dunn, a 68% free throw shooter, doesn't get the roll. Jaguars wanted the travel, didn't get the call. Crawford kicks to Love. Love passes the shot up. Crawford inside, over to Love. Pump fakes, gets 2 defenders, and finds nothing but the bottom of the net. Just like I mentioned, Love passed up that first shot to get a better shot second time around. Love with the save to Bradley. And Aiden Lockett gets fouled or gets called with the foul on Bradley in the open court. Love with a pair of threes. Bradley with 5 threes. Green with 1 3. Sean Calloway with a pair of threes. So is that 2, 3, 5, 10 threes for the Knights tonight. Compared to the 4 threes for the Jaguars. Jaguars had only 1 3 in that first half. But here in the second half, Munoz has a triple, and Jaden Barnett has a pair of threes. As Bradley gets the shooter's roll. Leads all scorers now with 21. And Bradley from the jump got it going early with the outside shooting. And the ball off the Jaguars will go back to City with 4:09 remaining. Jaguars going to pick up full court. Great time to work on stuff. Nothing like good practice in a game. Cubitt for 3. The Knights now have 11 threes on the night, and Dylan Cubitt now with 7. 5 of his 7 coming here in the second half. And Lockett got caught up in the air but was fouled on the way down by Love. Both sides now with 10 team fouls, now in double digits. The Knights in PCAC play scored 99 against Grossmont, then 95 against Cuyamaca, and then 81 against Mesa. They're currently at 81 right now. On the season, they average 82 points per game. Lockett, one of the better free throw shooters for the Jaguars, shooting 80% from the free throw lines, good on his first attempt. Dexter Stratton, looks like Dylan Cubitt's day will end on his 3-point shot. He will head to the bench with 7. Usually, you replace a guy like Cubitt standing at 6'8", 6'9". You think you would digress a little bit, but Stratton comes in with another 6'8", 6'9" frame. Nice save under the basket by Wilson. Lockett in transition. And the turnover by the Jaguars on the fast break. The Knights have beaten their 3 Pacific Coast Athletic Conference opponents by 30-plus points. They're currently up 30 on the Jaguars right now. And the thunderous jam by Alex Crawford. He now has 16 tonight. Crawford, when it comes to big men, might be one of the, I'm trying to think of other big men performances. I've been covering the Jaguars for about 2.5 seasons now. And just on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, Crawford has had such a huge impact on the glass. I mean, I want to say this is the best performance I've seen from a big man since I've been covering the Jaguars. And you know, you talk about D1 talent, Crawford is that, as Bradley pickpockets Southwestern, and that one will count for a basket. That's what happens when you try to say basket and bucket at the same time. Bradley, and we saw that so much, wow. Only 2:49 left, Bo, you can make it. We saw that so many times in the first half where a turnover led to an easy bucket. And the floater by Lockett, all 5 of his points coming in the second half. I want to say off the turnover, resulting in an easy lay-in. Man, I want to say the Knights have an easy 15, and the alley-oop from Bradley to Crawford. And that should put the exclamation point on this one. Knights now up 34. Love. Bradley, agent 0, nothing but net. Had 3 threes in the first and matches the second half with another 3 triples. He just seems to have all the tools for a quality guard at the next level. Davis for 3. And Crawford, the windmill. I gotta show that one to you again. Crawford now with 22 on the night, and lock it off the glass. He now has 7. And Crawford continues his impressive performance tonight. I was talking about it being the most impressive performance by a big, and I'd say after those last few jams by Crawford, it's definitely been the most impressive performance by a big I've seen in the last couple seasons while covering Southwestern. He has 5 field goals in the second half, and they've all come on dunks. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. So 16 of his 22 have come in the second half. And he's probably played half the minutes in the second half that he did in the first half. Impressive performance by Alex Crawford, the local product out of Coronado. And then you have KJ Bradley, the three-point shooting specialist, has definitely lived up to the hype here tonight. 6 threes, and he's done it on the defensive end as well. And now both sides bringing in fresh bodies to end tonight's contest. I think for Southwestern, though, look at some bright spots for Southwestern. They had 16 in the first half. They have 55 now. So, 40 points. Something to write home about against the Knights. Obviously, the Knights weren't playing their starters the whole entirety of the second half, but still attacking the basket well, playing with a little more juice, a little bit more fire, but you got to come out with that same energy in the first half, and Jaguars just unfortunately did not. They fell early and just had a tough time climbing back, shots not falling, Knights applying full court pressure, creating turnovers, resulting in the quick buckets. Bradley from beyond the arc. From downtown, Bradley is on fire. He's been on fire. He's burned down the house here at the Den with his outside shooting. Munoz for 3, his second triple of the night. 6 points coming in here in the second half. We're going to catch up with a player from Southwestern, and I'm going to say Jaden Barnett, the freshman point guard out of Hoover, has 11 points, all coming in the second half. Davis finishes with the left. And that will end tonight's contest. The Knights improved to 13-3 overall, 4-0 in conference play, 4-0 on the road, and the Jaguars fall to 7-9 overall, 2-2 in league play, and 2-3 at home. They have now lost their last 3. The Knights now on a 4-game winning streak. Stay with us. We're going to catch up with Jaden Barnett, the player of the game for the Jaguars, here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. Now with our Southwestern player of the game, Jaden Barnett, obviously a tough loss from you guys. What can you guys gain from this?
It's just a little bit of an understanding, you know. Conference is a tough play, but no one coming into this game, we're playing the top team in the state, so it's just working on the little things and get it back to it next time. So we're about picking your head up and keep going to the next game.
You guys had 16 in the first half, then put up, 44 in the second half. What was the turnaround for you guys in the second half?
Oh, it was just about heart. We got to know that some things like this are always going to happen, but it's about how you bounce back, not how you finish the game, or about how you finish the game, not how you start.
And what's the key takeaway moving forward in conference play for you guys?
Keep your head up and always play to the whistle. Because this is a tough team to play, but we see what happens when we rally together and end up doing the little things that we're supposed to do. So if we would have started the first half like that, then we would have had a much better game. But it's all about picking the things up that we did wrong and continuing on to the next game.
You were held scoreless in that first half, but got it going in the second half. What got it going for you?
Oh, just a little bit of an adjustment. I definitely had a rough first half, but it was about picking my head up and realizing what was going on and then realizing that the game wasn't over and I need to just do the little things that I know I'm supposed to do.
You got the start tonight. Where do you see you're implementing yourself on this team right now?
Oh, just doing my job. Make sure getting my guys the ball like Darren and Caleb and doing the little things I'm supposed to do and scoring when necessary. That's all it's about.
Jay Barnett, 11 points. Congrats to you, man. Tough L, but moving forward. Jaguars play Wednesday at Maricosta, then get another home game here next week against Palomar. Hopefully get some dubs as they fall to 7-9. But that will do it here for the Cali Photo Sports Network. I'm Bo Furtick. Pablo Espinal signing off. We'll see you next Friday here as the Jaguars take on Palomar. Good night, everyone.